Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Magenta Trade, the watch list. Thanks a lot for joining in. And today is 6th of June, Monday afternoon. And I'm joining you from a Magenta Trade directly from the live trading room for the watch list. As you know, at Magenta Trade, we teach you how to grow your portfolio using options trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world leading companies with a fraction of the amount that you would need as a normal investment. In the vast ocean of stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. Our market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focused on building a long term portfolio to protect your hard earned money. But first, let's have a look at our disclosures quickly. I'll share my screen now. Here you go. And let me check quickly. That's fine. Okay. All our discussions at Magenta Trade are solely for educational and information purposes. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risk. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. For more disclosures, you can visit our website www.magentatrade.com, or you can simply type https :/magentatrade.com as well. Okay, a few quick words about me. I've been actively trading for more than 15 years now, and I have turned my personal trading experience and passion into professional coaching. Recently, we have formed the company Magenta Trade to share with you my strategies of success in trading using simple terms and techniques. My favorite areas of coaching are trade management and money management, and I have experienced immense potential of trading options based on stocks and ETFs, and I help you understand how they might help you build a steady and reliable retirement income stream. As a coach, I focus on a daily routine, follow simple rule-based strategy, use simple tools to enter and exit the trades, and manage your positions in 15-20 minutes every day. Let's look at one of the earnings results that were announced today. Science Applications and International Corp. They announced their first quarter, April 2022, earnings of $1.88 per share on a revenue of $2 billion. The consensus earnings estimate was $1.78 per share on a revenue of $1.9 billion. The revenue grew 6.3% year on year, and as of now, the stock is up by 6.8%. That's pretty good. Science Applications International Corp is a provider of technical engineering and enterprise information technology services primarily to the US government, including the Department of Defense and federal civilian agencies. Okay, let's look at some more numbers. The company increased revenue and adjusted diluted earnings per share guidance for fiscal year 2023. Board authorized a share repurchase program up to 8.8 million shares, representing 16% of shares outstanding. So that's probably going to happen in next 1 year or so. The revenue is up by 6% year on year, and operating income is actually down by 4% year on year, from $130 million to $125 million in the recent quarter. So adjusted operating income is down by 4%, and adjusted operating income as a percentage of revenue is currently 6.7% as against 7.5% in the quarter year ago. Diluted earnings per share is down by 7%. Free cash flow for the first quarter decreased by $51 million from the prior year quarter to $113 million. Probably the market was expecting worse results. And when the results were not so bad, the stock is currently up by more than 6.8%. Okay, SAIC made $59 million worth of mandatory debt repayment in the first quarter. So I guess they have got a lot of cash there. Free cash flow is currently $113 million for this quarter, because they have paid the debts and now they are going to buy the shares as well, buy back the shares. So that's probably something to look forward. Let me check. Okay, their cash and cash equivalent was a $56 million. The stock price is currently $94, and they are planning to buy how many shares? I said they're planning to buy 8.8 million shares. So that's roughly $800 million. I'm not sure exactly where they are getting that money from. That's interesting. That's interesting. Probably I need to ask the company where the money they are getting from. Their free cash flow guidance for 2023 is $500 million to $530 million. And based on the quarter they just reported, their cash flow was $113 million. So assuming that that's on a higher, that's on a lower side, $113 million, they'll get, let's say, $500 million in the whole year. So that is fine. The problem is how they're going to get the $800 million. I'm not sure. Okay, probably I'll ask them. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, let's move on to the one interesting number is the estimated value of a total backlog in terms of the contracts, probably. And that is funded backlog at this moment is $3.2 billion as against January 28. So that's a December quarter, or you can say the fourth quarter of 2021. It was $3.5 billion almost. So that has reduced. A negotiated unfunded backlog is currently $20.8 or $20.9 billion as against $20.6 billion in the previous quarter. So the total backlog is 24.1 so $24.112 billion against the previous backlog of $24.092 billion. That's interesting. So the unfunded backlog, negotiated unfunded backlog has increased, and funded backlog has reduced. So probably from some of the funded backlog has been converted into revenue. So that is so that's what it means. Okay. So against the total revenue, let's say the total revenue is $1.9 billion in the quarter. So they have the backlog for, let's say, $2 billion. So they have backlog for 2 years. Sorry, one year, $24 billion. So which is 2 years. Sorry, 1 year. My apologies. I'm getting this bumped. Okay. So for 1 year they have got the backlog. That's all right. Pretty good business, I guess. Okay, let's move on to the market. What's happening in the market today? So S&P 500 at this moment is up by just 10 points. Previous, it went up higher actually today, and today's high is 4168. So 4168, which is higher than yesterday's, or maybe the Friday's high. And today's low is higher than Friday's low. However, since then, market has retracted a lot. As you can see, it opened earlier, probably at around 4132, and then it went up to 4168, which was obviously higher than the much higher than the Friday's close. So the thing that concerns me at this moment is, okay, let me just switch off my video so that you can see the full screen. At this moment, you can't probably. So the thing that concerns me is this line at around 4156 or maybe 4160, whatever you can tell. Today's high was 4168. So again, it's not much higher than the line probably it achieved earlier. So you can say it is still moving within that range. So in this whole period of last 6 trading days, including today, last six trading days, the market is not able to break through that high of between 4156 to 4176, you can say. So that is the range it is currently getting stuck there. So that is a significant resistance level now. The market is trying again and again every day to break that level, but it's not able to do that, and that's a concern. So there is a possibility that market retrace back there. Let me quickly check in terms of. So as you can see here, there was actually a channel, bearish channel. It has broken out of that channel. Now it is above the 30 days moving average, but it is not able to break through that particular level. Let me quickly draw the Bollinger Band there. Bollinger Bands. It is, going to touch the upper band, and then probably from there would be a retracement there towards maybe 3,900 level or so. At this stage, I don't see a concern of the index going, or S&P 500 going much below than this previous low of 3811. Even 3900 looks pretty, strong for me. But in the meantime, there is a possibility that the index remains between this level of 4180, 4176 to 41 or we can say 3,900. So that's the level probably the index is going to operate for next few weeks. So if that is the case, then let's have a quick look if we can consider as part of the as a trade. Let's see. I have gone to the option chain, and let's see SPX 500 index. Now let's say just for next couple of weeks, if it can be converted into a trade. So next couple of weeks, today is 6th of June, and let's say, so Friday was 3rd of June, right? So 3 plus 14 is 17 or 16. Okay, 17 is the weekly closure and 16 is the monthly closure. Okay. Let's say monthly closure. I think that would be a good one because there will be a lot of volume. And remember, the um, monthly settlement or monthly expiry of these options happens on Thursday. Thursday end of the day. Okay, now so let's say we are expecting the market not to go up beyond, let's say, 4,200. So I'll sell 4,200 call option, and let's say we do it only for $10. So 4,210. Okay. And then we are not expecting the market to go down below 3,900 at this stage. So let's say we sell 3,900 put option and 38 we buy 3890 put option. So that's what we are going to do. We are creating an iron condor between 3,900 to 4,200. And so we are selling a 3,900 put option, buying 3,890 put option, and selling 4,200 call option and buying 4,210 call option. Let's see how much we can get. $4.50. That is pretty good. With our margin of just $1,000, this is a pretty good trade. So the maximum loss in this case would be $550. Okay, let's actually do this trade. $4.60. If we can get it, let me check. $4.60. It's $4.55. I'm trying to get it filled. I don't mind $4.50 as well. Okay, let it be like that for some time. Meanwhile, I'll just quickly consider that trade. So that's 16th of June we are looking forward to. And then it is, okay, 3,900 put option. From 290. Okay. So that's Okay. So it is 3,000. Sorry, I'm just waiting for that trade to be filled in, as well as, I'm trying to put the trade in my personal account. 3900 and 3890 from the put side. And so that is 3,900 put option has got a delta of 14. However, 4,200 has a delta of 32. So 4,200 and 4,210. So that's currently probably $4.45. Let's make it $4.45. See if it gets filled in. Order go. Where did that order go? 4,200, 4,210. 3,900, 890.
Order filled.
Okay. Let's change it to $4.
Order filled.
Okay. Let's move on. We will leave at that. So that is something, definitely we can think of it as a trade. Checking 4,200 and then 3,900 at the bottom. Well, that is very not very far from today's current price of 4122. But the thing is that it's just that I know I am not expecting really the market to go up beyond 4,200 at this stage. So that's the basis of the assumption there. Okay, and I'm just trading it for a few days, and I'd be happy to close that trade at maybe with a $100 profit. Yeah, I think that should be a good one. So if I have to take that $100 profit, once it gets executed or filled in, then I will place or close the order as soon as possible. So that is okay. So let's see how it goes, and today the market is open for another hour or so. So in the meanwhile, let's look for some other indices. So similarly, NASDAQ is also at up by 42 points, which is again below that range. And so this probably is working as a resistance for that NASDAQ, and similarly Dow currently at 32,910. So again, it fails to cross that line. So that has become a resistance. So every day it is testing that line, and for probably some time now, it is getting rejected every day. There are a lot of market factors which indicate that there are more challenges in the coming days in terms of the war. Russia is increasing the pressure, or you can say is are boosting their forces, and they are going after much harder, and economic situation is not improving that much even in China, but the restrictions have been eased now. The news is not that positive. So there are a lot of challenges still there. Meanwhile, market is not really much enthused about the Apple announcement. Apple has announced new MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, new M2 chip, and of course the new OS for iPhone. So that was much in line with the expectation, and other than that, there is probably not much to take away from that announcement. In terms of other news, there are some news in the market. First one is Twitter. Twitter news doesn't go away since the time Elon Musk has, expressed his interest. Um, these in the news today, it is down by almost 1.6%. Again, based on the tweet from Elon Musk that probably um, Twitter is not providing enough information to him for the acquisition to be completed, and market is not really sure whether that transaction would go or not. So what we can do is, in terms of In terms of opportunities, what could happen? What could happen? Uh, what could happen is that if the transaction goes through in the next few months, the stock would probably go back to 54, at which price Mr. Musk is going to buy Twitter. So there is a possibility that that will go through. So if we buy a $45 call and we can sell it for $50, so $5 profit is expected. On the other hand, if it goes down, okay, let me see how much it costs. Suppose we buy the $45 call and we are talking about next, let's say 3 months. Okay, let's not take this much beyond, let's say June, September. September 16, and we are expecting the stock price to go up to $45. So we are buying a $45 call option and we are selling $50 call option. Okay, so our net expense is $2.02 or $1.77 is the mid price. Okay, now if we have to sell something of the same period, we're expecting the current price is $39.50. So probably the share price won't go much beyond $30. Okay, let's say $30. It will not go below $30. So if we sell a $30 put option and buy $25 put option, so we have to just pay 80 cents on that. And how much could be the maximum profit on that? Well, the maximum profit we can have on that is this. So maximum return is $378 and maximum loss would be $622 if the price falls below 30, right? So that's what we are looking at. So as long as the price remains more than 46, we're going to get a profit. Right. Our minimum investment is $127. Not sure why it's saying. We are paying 80 cents, right? So what I am realistically looking at is I want to keep that premium. So the maximum actually I'm paying $80. So even if I get a profit of, let's say, $80, I would be happy, right? In the next 3 months. You know what? I will actually take this trade, $80. I will take this trade. So what I am doing, I am buying a $45 call option expiring September 16, and at the same time, I'm selling a $50 call option expiring September 16. I am selling a $30 put option, same expiring September 16, and I am I'm buying a $25 put option expiring September 16. So this is some kind of a different kind of strategy I'm doing based on the current situation. Let me quickly place that order. Twitter. And the expiry that we are looking for is September 16, right? So we are selling $30 put option and buying $25 put option, whereas we are selling, we are buying 45 call option and we are selling 80 call option. So let's say that is 80 cents. Boom. Okay. So I've just placed the trade there. Let's make it 80 cents so that actually it is showing $1 now. Is it? Let's keep it 80 cents. Probably there is not much volume there. Um, 30, just 30 and then 25. Yeah, not much volume. There's a lot of open interest at $30. Yeah, so there's a lot of open interest. However, regarding 45 and 50, yeah, there's some volume. Yeah, there are open interest as well. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm not expecting the price to go below 30, even though the transaction doesn't go through. I don't see it is going below 30. That's what I feel. because it's not that bad probably. The market is already probably expecting the deal may not go through. That's why it is at $40. And yeah, it would probably remain more or less the same. Even if it doesn't go through. Okay, so we will see. We'll see. Okay, let's look at something else in the news. Eli Lilly. I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to think of the trade there. And this is totally different kind of trade. That I have taken on Twitter. Normally, I don't take that kind of trade, but this is totally different. Okay, more speculative, I would say, but there is a strategy based on the price that I'm expecting. So let's see. Eli Lilly is currently up by a percentage. After it reported a successful results from a study involving diabetes drugs, Jardiance and Trulicity. Jardiance showed a decreased relative risk of hospitalization for heart failure. Trulicity showed it was more effective in reducing A1C, the percentage of sugar-coated hemoglobin in your red blood cells. Okay. Spirit Airlines. Save. Spirit Airlines. Currently, it is up by 6.7%. So, what is the price? Spirit rejected JetBlue's initial offer of $30 per share last month. Under the new terms, Spirit shareholders would get $31.5. Okay. So that's interesting. Probably this one is simple. We can just buy the shares. We can also buy the call option. Let's see, save. About we just buy the call option of July. We would come to know. So we can just buy the call option. Current price is 22. So you can buy the 22.50 call option. And then if the share price goes to 31, then we get the profit. Okay, so we buy the call option $1.98, and it is July. So we are putting at stake $198. And the maximum profit that probably we are looking forward to, let's say maybe 30. The share price goes to maybe 30, 31. Yeah, $900, sorry, $750 or $800. 800 minus 200 is $600 profit. If we go to the profile once again, If the share price goes to, let's say, $30, the profit will be $600 or something. Right. So we are getting a profit. We are looking forward to a profit of around $600 or so, and our risk is currently probably $200. Okay. So if that is the case, yeah, it's entirely speculative. But I'm actually happy to buy the shares. I'm happy to buy the shares, but I don't want to invest now. But maybe I'll invest later on. Current price is 22.10. I have to buy at 22.50. That's what I'm bidding it for in next 1 month. And if I buy the $20 call option, that is actually much better. If I buy that $20 call option, $3.30. So the price remains at 22.50 or something. Or $22, then at least we get back $2. Then the cost becomes $1.30, which is pretty good as well. But the initial investment would be $330. Or we could simply buy the 27.50 call option. If the price goes up to 30, okay, we get $2.50. Okay, then that's not much profit. But the investment is low. Investment is definitely low. Or even we could just buy the shares. If we buy the shares, we have to spend, let's say, $2,200 there. The profit probably we are looking forward is maybe, let's say, $800, $900. But we would have the shares with us. That is the only difference. Okay, I think in this case, buying the shares would be a good idea. Much better idea. So what I will do, I'll buy the shares instead. Let's buy the shares. So instead of that, save. And let's say bid price, whatever it is, I'm going to buy. So we are buying 100 shares. Okay, so we have placed the bid price order.
Order filled.
Um,
Order filled.
okay, so we bought the share. And if we try to sell some option, let's say save. So let's say we 15th of July, this month of now, 30. Yeah, we're not going to get much. We'll get 30 cents back, $30 back. That's not much. It's just 1%. Yeah, we can do that.
Order filled.
Okay, so that's fine then. Let's move on to the next news item. DD. There is some news on DD. Let's look at DD. DD Global. Shares of this Chinese ride-hailing giant surged 33% now after the Wall Street Journal reported regulators are concluding investigation into the company. The journal reported that the authorities would lift a ban on Didi, adding new users as early as next week and reinstate the company's app in domestic app stores. Didi has been one of the worst hit companies by Beijing's regulatory tightening and has been the subject of a cybersecurity probe since days after its US IPO. $2.46. So that was the price of DD. That's interesting. Yeah, actually, that has a good prospect as well. $2.46. Okay. I think it's just $2.46, so we can buy some stock on this one as well. Let's just do it. There's no harm. Um, DD Global can buy 100 shares, and then 2.47.
Order rejected.
Trading is restricted for this symbol. Right, not sure what that means. Why we can't trade? We are buying, we are not selling short. So, not sure. Anyways, so that's about it. DD Global, that's another stock in the news. Thanks a lot for joining, everyone. And if you'd like to know more about options and options trading, you can join our option trading masterclass at magentatrade.com. You can subscribe to our video. You can also follow us on the social media, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Thanks a lot for joining in. Don't forget to read our weekly newsletter in the social media channels. And we'll see you back on Tuesday.